Welcome back, learners. As you know, in the previous lecture, so we were discussing about the options that is available in the ETABS software, that we have come across the edit option. In the edit option, we have come across undo, redo, cut, copy, paste, delete, then edit stories and grid systems. We have done it in detail. Now, in order to show the other options, I have just created the model like this. Okay. Now, the one more important option that you can have in this after edit stories and grid system is add grid lines at the selected joints. Okay. Now, when I select this add grid lines at the selected joints, you can see that the grid system that what I have given is G1. That is the name that the software has taken for this given grid system. Okay. Now, for that grid system, it is asking, should I need to add the grid line, okay, to be parallel to X. That means when I select this parallel to X and if I apply, you can see that it will be added here. Okay, it will be added here. That is parallel to the X. So if I want to add it in this direction, I can add parallel to Y. And if I want to add it in certain angle, I have to choose here. So let us see parallel to X, give apply. Okay, so no grid lines were added. Why it is showing like this? Because I have not selected any grid lines, right? So now let us select these points. Okay, now let us select these points. Now go to edit. So add then add grid lines at the selected points. Now points has been selected parallel to X, give apply. Okay, give apply. Right, now you can see here that the 4 grid lines has been added here. Okay, yes, or let us do one thing. The mistake what I have done is, I will tell you. So go to the top floor. Okay, so now select this like this. Okay, or just select this point. Now go to edit. So add grid lines at the selected point parallel to X, apply. Okay, one join, one frame selected, right? Yes, G1. Okay, yes. Now similarly you can give edit, then add grid lines parallel to Y. Okay, now you can see that it has been added. Now if you want to add it in the angle, you can remove it and give 25 degree and give apply. So then you can see that there is some angle I have added. Okay, you can see here that it has been added. Okay, you can see that with respect to some angle we have added it. Okay, you can see here, you can see that the grid lines has been added. This is how you are supposed to use. Okay, so this is how you are supposed to use when you want to add the grid lines parallel to X or parallel to Y at any one particular point. Okay, that is for this add grid lines at the selected joints. The next you have is the grid option. So this glue to grids, it is not important, it doesn't come into the picture actually, but when you want to, when you are working on a particular project, so you have an option that you don't want to change anything, then what you can do is go to edit, then go to grid option, lock on screen grid system edit. So if you click on this lock on screen, then whatever the changes you make in the grid lines, that will not happen. Okay, so that is what this option we use, this grid option, that lock on screen grid system edit. Okay, yes, that is in order to have, like, it is like a protection key, that if you switch on that, then whatever you do, your grid system will not change. Okay, then the next you have is replicate option. What is this replicate? Yes, so replication is again, so you want to replicate in the X direction or Y direction or whatever it may be. So for example, let us take this simple one beam member. So let us go to edit, let us go to replicate. So now first let us do the replicate in the linear direction, that is either in the x or in the y. So let us give that the distance as 8, okay, and let us give apply. Now you can see here that there is an addition of the one beam member has been added at a distance of 8 meter from this. Okay, for example, if you want it for all the stories, select all stories here, select this, okay, you can keep here like this. Now go to edit, replicate, okay, replicate. So in that dx 8 meter apply. Now we can see that at a distance of 8 meter all the beams has been done. Now in case I have done it in the x direction, that is parallel to x direction. Now if I want it in the y direction, that means this direction, then you choose this, okay, then go to edit, okay, go to edit, replicate. So now you make this as 0, you make this as 8 and give apply. Now it has been done in the y direction, okay, that is dx dy. Now in case if you want to do in both the directions, what you can do, you can choose this beam and this beam, then go to edit, then replicate. So both you give 8 and 8, or you can give the different values also, it is left to you. Now you can see that both has been done at 8 and 8, or you can change the values as you like, okay. Even this number also you can change. Like for example, now instead of doing it one time, if you want 2 times, so the same spacing of 8 meter, it will be done twice, okay. Sorry, I have not selected the object, like this one, this one. So 2 times if I apply, you can see that, so 2 times it is done, okay. You can see from here to here 8 meter, then again from here to here 8 meters, the number of points, okay. Now this is all by doing this, by keeping the existing members as it is, okay. Yes, right. For example, now when I choose this one, and when I did, there was a replication here and the original members were also present. Now if you want to delete the original members, then what you do, you just do, you select this delete the original objects, and you give apply. So when you do that, the replication will be done, along with that the original members will be deleted, okay. That is how it option delete the original objects, right, okay. So that is about linear. Then next you have is radial. Radial in the sense, you know, it is with respect to angle, right. So now let us choose this member, okay. Then let us give that the angle as 35 degrees. Now it will be done with respect to the center at a certain distance, but it will be in a certain angle. You can see here, now you can see here the member has been added here with respect to the center at 35 degrees. Or for example, see here, I have selected, let us give 90 degree, then you will get a line like this, apply. You can see that at the center of this beam it is added at an angle of 90 degree, okay. So if I choose the radial about point is center, if I specify, then it will ask you, like for example, what it is telling is, now whenever I choose the center, it will be rotated exactly at the center of this beam. You can see here, now this is the center, therefore it is rotated exactly at the center. For example, I will just tell you, you can see here, if I click on that and if I right click on this, you can see the geometry of this is length is 8 meters, okay. So therefore when I choose the center and when I give apply, then it will be rotated exactly at 4 meters. From here to here 4 meter, from here to here 4 meter. But in case if I don't want at the 4 meter, okay. So for example, now let us take this beam, So this is the x direction, this is the y direction. Now instead of choosing center, if I specify, now you know from here to here it is 8 meter. So I want the replication of the member at a distance of 2 meter from this point. So therefore I can choose this as 2 meter. I am choosing this as 2 meter. Then I'll give apply. Okay, sorry, I have not selected the object. Okay, this one 2 meter 90 degree apply. Now you can see here at a distance of 2 meter from here the member has been rotated. So remaining 6 meter will be here. That is how, whether you want to rotate the member with respect to the center means whatever the member length is there, exactly half of that length it will be considered and it will be rotated. So if you don't want to rotate at the center, then specify the distance at what point you want to rotate. So at that point also you can able to rotate. That is about the rotation, that is radial. Then what about this mirror? Mirror is, you can choose the mirror option. What do you mean by mirror? Whatever is the, that means nothing but a symmetry. Whatever is there at the one hand side, exact replicate will be done at the another hand side. Okay, so that is what the mirror. And next is story. Story is with respect to the top. Okay, the story is with respect to the top. Okay, that is all about in the edit, that is about the replicate. The next you have is the extrude option. Okay, so this extrude joins to frames or extrude frames to shells. So that we will learn in the upcoming learning sessions, because at this level it is very difficult for you to understand. Okay, so once we take up the next project, that time I will explain. The next one more option that you have is merge points. Okay, that is also I am going to explain in the next video. The next, align joints, frames and edges, that is also, as of now it is complicated for your level. So we will explain once we will take up another complicated project. Okay, then even this move, this joints, frames or shells, that is also we will take up at the end. Okay, so then the one more is you can now learn, that is edit frames. Right, now in this edit frames you have one option called as divide frames. Now for example, you have a frame here, you want to divide that into two parts. So therefore now you can see, okay, now you can see that I am choosing this member, all the members. So the length of this member is 8 meter. I'll go to edit, I'll go to edit frames, I'll go to divide frames. Now it will ask you, there are again three options. The first option is divide into two. When I choose this divide into two, that means it is going to divide this frame into two equal parts. Okay, two equal parts. You give apply. Okay, okay. Now you can see here that this is one part, this is another part, and you can see the length of this part will be 4 meters. You can see length is 4 meters and the length of this part will be 4 meters. That means when I choose that, automatically it will be equally divided as per the length. Like for example, since it is 8 meter 4 4. Now if I want to divide it into 3, or if I want to divide it into 4, then 8 by 4, that means you will get each of 2 meters. I can choose this now. Okay, I'll choose this beams, edit, edit frames, divide frames. Now I'm going to divide it into 4 parts. I'll give apply. Now you can see that 1 2 3 4, each will be of 2 meters. Okay, so automatically it will be divided. Okay, so that is the one option. The next option is, you can see that if I choose this, break at the intersection with the selected frames and joints. Okay, break at the intersection with the selected frames and joints. If you give apply, now you can see that it will be same. So what it is asking is, it is going to asking, it means the meaning of that is break at intersection. That means intersections wherever is there, that time. Okay, then break at the intersection with the visible grid lines, usually that is not required. So this first option is most important and frequently we are going to use. After that, in the same edit frames, you can have option called join frames. Okay, that means when you have two frames and when you want to join them. For example, I'll just tell you. Okay, so let us replicate this. So I'll select this, I'll go to edit, I'll go to replicate. I'm going to replicate this at a distance of 2 meters only in the x direction and one time. Okay, so now you can see that I have replicated here. Yes, now I want to add these two, I want to join these two. So therefore what I'll do, I'll select this, then I'll select this. Okay, let us see. Edit, edit frame, join frame. No, it is not like that. So it means what I'm supposed to do is, I'm supposed to, let us select this, I'll go to edit, replicate. So let us do that in the y direction, 0, 2 meters, apply. Okay, let us see now. One second. Yeah, so yeah, so now in case if I want to join these two, I'm going to select this. Let us see now what will happen. Edit, join frames. Like for example, you will be having two members, so when you want to join them, so you can join with the help of this option, what you call it as, so join frames. Okay, yes. So then in that, the same edit option, reverse frame connectivity. What is this? You may have a doubt. Now when I do this beam, okay, when I do this beam from the plan, if you see, okay, I have connected the member from here to here. Okay, I have connected the member from here to here. Okay, so now if I want to reverse that connectivity, okay, if I want to reverse that connectivity, then what I can do, I can select this, go to edit, okay, give reverse the connectivity. Now your connectivity is reversed, right? It was connected from here to here, now it has been changed to here along negative y direction. That is what we call it as connecting reverse connectivity. Okay, okay, yes. So now edit, okay, yes, see here. Now your x, which was like this, it has been changed to this direction. Okay, that is what we call it as reverse connectivity. Okay, you can see here, if I, for example, you can see the x was like this, the y was like this, the z was like this. Now when I made the connectivity as reverse, you can see that the red color, which was from left to right, has been shifted to right to left, and again from here to here, which was blue, it has been shifted to backwards. That is what we call it as reverse connectivity. Then, so that is all about with respect to frames. It can be done either with respect to beams or it can be done with respect to frames, with respect to both. The next one was with respect to the shells. Okay, with respect to the shells. Now for example, I am going to choose this shell. I'll go to edit, then I'll go to edit shells. Now I want to divide them, divide shell. Now when I want, now this is like an entire slab. Now I want to divide this, means the most familiar option is divide quadrals or triangles into 2 by 2. That means when I choose 2 by 2, then it will be divided into 2 by 2. If you give apply, you can see here now 1, 2, okay, so 3, right? For example, let me keep it in plan. You can see here now 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yes. Now in case if I made it into 3, then 3 into 3, it will be divided into 9 parts. Okay, it will be divided into 9 parts like this, right? So if I made it 1 into 1 means it will be 1 only. That is, divide it into the quadrangles. Now divide quadrangles or triangles. Another option, intersection with visible grids, select joints objects on edges. So intersection with selected frame objects. This we will learn when we go to the next level of problems. At this level, this is more than sufficient. Okay. So because we read a little more concepts about this, therefore that we will see later. To this level, this is sufficient. Then you can see that cookie cut floor objects are selected joint also. That is also we can do it when we go to the higher problem. So as of now, this is more than sufficient, dividing into the frames. That is one option. Another option is in the same shells, you can see merge cells. Like for example, now I have selected this. So edit. So edit shells. So now I have divided into 3 by 3. Now select these. Okay. Select this, go to edit, edit shells, you give merge cells. Okay. So you can merge these like this. Okay, you can merge, like for example, you can choose these two, go to edit, merge cells, or let us select these 3 and let's see, edit. Okay, we will do one thing, we will make it into 2 first. Okay, or yeah, let us select this. So edit, edit shells, divide shells. So let us make it into 2. Okay, okay. Now let us see, let us select these 2, edit, edit shells, merge. I don't know what happened, let me tell you 1 second. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'll just explain that in the next video, like why it is not getting merged. Okay, so let me tell you. Right, so that is about this things with respect to the shells. So after that, you have expand or shrink cells option. For example, I have one selected one shell. So now I want to expand this shell or I want to reduce this. So I can go to expand or shrink cells. Okay, now it will ask you offset value. So I will give you 5. And if I apply this, okay, you can see here that that can be seen only, that can be done only when you have an some area which is not shown. Okay, that I'll explain you when we have some openings in the slab. So that openings in the slab I'll be explaining in the future videos. Okay, so that time I can explain. So as of now, we have just learned some of the basic things. That today what we have learned is about replicate, grid option, that is locking the grid and gluing, then replicate, then in that edit frames, dividing the frames, joining the frames, then reversing the connectivity, and in shells we have learnt about divide shells, merge shells. Okay, and expand or shrink shells we will see in the next problems. Okay, so we'll continue in the next video. Thank you, learners.